So today we'll be making a mixture. It's a liquid dosage form for internal use. There are also some equipment that you'll be needing to perform this preparation, and we'll be going into detail to explain what they are even used for and how we use them. Firstly, we have our weighing paper. This is where you pour your powder before you weigh, and this is your weighing balance. This is where you place your weighing paper before you weigh. The next one is your volumetric flask. Before you can tie your bottle, this is where you measure your liquid so as to get the accurate volume. And this is the spatula. This is what you use in getting out the powder from your bottle. These are the mortar and pestle. Both of them are used, but we use this one when we have a transparent liquid, that is a liquid that is not colored. Are you getting it? And this is a glass. We use this glass mortar and pestle when we have a colored liquid or a colored preparation or mixture, right? So these are what we actually need to perform or to make this preparation. Thank you. So like I said earlier, we'll be making a liquid dosage form, and this liquid dosage form is a mixture. So I'll be exposing us to the procedures and as well the ingredients that we need to make this preparation. Alright, so before you are the ingredients we need, and the first on our list is the sodium bicarbonate. So this is a powder, and the next one that we'll be needing is a weak ginger mixture as seen. The next one is the conch dill water, the syrup, the chloroform water, which is, for this experiment, it is our vehicle. All right, so after your preparation, you'll be needing a dispensing bottle, right? So remember, like I said earlier, this is liquid dosage form for internal use. So there are two kinds of bottle that we have in the dispensing lab. We have the bottle that is used to package our preparation for internal and also for external use. So before you are the two bottles, this is the non-fluted bottle. The non-fluted bottle, or the bottle that is not, it is void of anything. It has no scratch, nothing. It is clean, just like your normal bottle. This is called your normal syrup bottle, like your cough syrup bottle, drug syrup and all. So this is just the bottle. This is what we use in packaging preparation for internal use. Take note. And this one, you see this. Look at this. I can see this. So this is what we use in packaging the liquid dosage form for external use. Why is this? Now, this is very important. Maybe you are administering these dosage forms to a kind of someone that is blind, you understand. So this will help the person to know which is which for internal or for external use. I hope you get it. All right. So before ever you start making your preparation, provided it is a liquid dosage form preparation, as a matter of fact, this is a mixture. The first off, this is the bottle we need. This is for internal use. So the first thing to do is to tie your bottle for any liquid dosage form, whether it is for external use or for internal use. You have to tie your bottle, and we do this with the dispensing bottle and with the aid of a marker. So how do we tie the bottle? You tie the bottle based on the final volume that you are expected. For this experiment, we are expected to make our preparation up to a final volume of 30 ml. So what do? I will have to measure out what I'm using to make up. That is the chloroform water. So the chloroform, I'll have to measure out 30 ml. So this volume of chloroform is what I will use in tying my dispensing bottle. This is to ensure accuracy in our experiment. Thank you. So before you measure out the volume, you have to ensure that your volumetric flask is actually clean. So as you can see, mine, it is very clean and void of anything. So this is the chloroform water. I'll have to measure out 30 ml of chloroform water so that I will tie my bottle. So this is quite much. As you can see, this is my chloroform water inside the volumetric flask, and this is precisely at 30 ml, which is the final volume required for this preparation. Alright, so what I'll do next is to pour this volume of chloroform water inside my dispensing bottle. Do well also to ensure that your dispensing bottle is not containing anything apart from your chloroform water. All right. So this is the 30 ml of chloroform water inside my dispensing bottle. This is what you see here. Then the next thing to do is to make sure you pay attention to just allow your liquid to settle. After it must have settled, you check for the mark above, so that you can give it a mark with the head of your marker, right? So this is where this is mine. So I've marked out the line on my bottle. This is the 30 ml that we're required to make. So this is to avoid during the course of your experiment, you will start finding out the appropriate volume, final volume that is expected of your preparation, which is actually wrong. So it is better you tar before you start making your preparation. Are we good? All right. So after you must have tarred your bottle, you discard the liquid. So I have to discard. All right. So for this mixture preparation, we have just one powder, which is the sodium bicarbonate powder. So for the purpose of which mortar am I to use for this preparation, right? So you have to check the powder in question, which is sodium bicarbonate. Is this colored or white? So if you check where the color of this is just white, it is not colored. All right. So which of this mortar are we using? You know the answer already. This. Why? Because if we dissolve sodium bicarbonate, we'll just be left with a transparent liquid, just a solution, right? That is not colored. For the purpose of colored reagents, we will now come to this glass one. This is to ensure that you have everything has already dissolved and all that, right? And that's just it. So yes, for this experiment, we'll be dealing with this ceramic mortar and pestle. Thank you. So for our powder, which is the sodium bicarbonate, before weighing, ensure your weighing paper is around you. And this is it. I'll have to zero my weighing balance first. This is at 0. I'll have to zero it and make sure everything I'm seeing is just 0. I have zeroed my weighing balance. So this is my paper. This paper has a weight, but we just want to get the accurate weight of sodium bicarbonate needed for this experiment without the interference of the weight of this paper, right? So what you have to do is to get the weight of this paper. You can do it in two ways. Either you get the weight of the paper and also the weight of the bicarbonate, then subtract, that is measuring everything, then subtracting. I've gotten the weight of this paper, which is 0.02 grams, right? So you have to measure out the required amount of sodium bicarbonate. Then later on, you have to subtract the weight of the paper from the total weight you get. If you don't want to do that, you can either, after I must have placed my weighing paper, the next thing is to zero this paper. I have zeroed it. So the weight of this paper is not counting while I'm weighing my sodium bicarbonate. This is to ensure that it is the right weight that I'm getting. The appropriate weight of sodium bicarbonate needed for this experiment is what I'm measuring, or is what I'm weighing. Are we following? All right. So for this experiment, we need 50 milligrams of sodium bicarbonate. If I'm to convert to gram, that is 50 milligram to gram will now be 50 divided by 1000. I'll be having 0.05 gram. So we have to measure or weigh out, sorry. You have to have your working formula. This is from the procedure. So our working formula, we have 300 milligram of sodium bicarbonate. And this is what we are working with for this experiment. All right, so 300 milligram to gram will now be 300 milligram divided by 1000, which will be giving us 0.3 grams. So for this experiment, we'll be needing just 0.3 gram of sodium bicarbonate so as to make our preparation. And this is what I will do. So with the aid of my spatula and this, I'll have to weigh out 0.3 gram. Please, you have to make sure that you are careful while weighing, and also make sure that everything you are getting out is powder. Just avoid weighing out lumps, because you know this powder has been here. It might get lump. You might be seeing lumps and all that. So to avoid lumps, just make sure that whatever you're weighing is purely powder, and that is it. So I'm to measure or weigh out 0.3 grams. All right. So this is 0.3 gram of sodium bicarbonate. This is the weight of sodium bicarbonate needed for this experiment. All right. After you must have weighed out your powder, the next thing is to transfer this powder inside your mortar. This is the ceramic mortar. Okay, so I have already transferred already weighed sodium bicarbonate, which is 0.3 gram, into my mortar. And this is what we're having here, 0.3 grams of sodium bicarbonate. Now the next thing you have to do is to dissolve this with your vehicle. What is your vehicle? That is the chloroform water you are provided with. So from your working formula, the sodium, yes, the chloroform water provided for you, we have 30 ml, but you have to dissolve this with just a little amount of your vehicle. So I'll have to get out just small volume, a little amount, just for this to dissolve. All right. So make sure it is small, just to dissolve this powder. And when you are done, you transfer the mixture you are having here, into your dispensing bottle. So make sure everything gets dissolved. All right. To ensure you no longer have any powder present in your mortar. All right. So this has dissolved perfectly. So what do I do now? I have to transfer the content into my dispensing bottle. Transfer this. Look at this. This will help you to avoid your liquid or your content pouring. So I've already transferred the mixture of a little amount of my vehicle, which is the chloroform water, and the powder needed for this experiment, which is 0.3 grams of sodium bicarbonate. This is what we have here. So the next thing you do is you go ahead to the next ingredient needed. So the next ingredient in line is the weak ginger mixture. And this mixture, according to our working formula, we have that we need, for this experiment, we need 3 ml of this weak ginger mixture. How do I measure out 3 ml accurately? It is with the aid of my volumetric flask. So what do? I have to measure out 3 ml. But this volumetric flask, it's running from 10 to 100, right? cm mil or flask. It runs from 0 to 100 mil. But we need just a little amount, which is about 3 mil. You will notice that, as a matter of fact, since we need a smaller, volume, which we doesn't have it graduated here, we no longer need this, but rather we need a smaller volumetric flask, which is a pipette. Are we there? So depends from where you are watching and depends on the pipette you are having. So for this, we're having our 0 here. For some other pipettes, it might start from here. Here we'll be having 0, 10, 20, and all that. But here, for this pipette I am with, and I'll be using for this experiment, the 0 is at the top here, followed by 1, followed by 2, followed by 3, followed by 4, and all that. So what do I do? This is a mistake most students make, right? So this is starting from 0, and as a matter of fact, to get our 3 mil, this is representing 1 mil. This is representing 2 mil, and this will be representing our 3 mil. So I need just 3 mil for this experiment, and for that I'll have to take the volume of that is weak ginger mixture, to this margin, or this graduated 7 mil, right, which will represent our 3 mil. Are we following? Okay, so I'll just do just that. So what I'm having here is the precise 3 mil required of us for this experiment. This is 3 mil weak ginger mixture. So I'll just transfer this volume into my dispensing bottle, having already my sodium bicarbonate dissolved in the vehicle, the final vehicle. So what we have here is now we have 3 contents here, which are the small amount of the vehicle, the final vehicle, which is the chloroform water, sodium bicarbonate, that is 0.3 grams sodium bicarbonate, and my 3 ml weak ginger mixture. So the next, according to our working formula, the next ingredient in line is the...
Hello everyone, I trust you found this lesson from AcademyX helpful and insightful. This is just a glimpse of what we're prepared for you. Inside the full AcademyX course, you get access to every lecture, solved examples, quizzes, and study resources you need to excel in this subject. To unlock a complete learning experience, simply click the link in the description below. Join us at AcademyX, where we bridge the gap between knowing and truly understanding. See you inside the full course.